Okay, right. Second video for today, guys, in the club. And what this is just to show you, it's follow on from the one earlier about the noise. Again, you can see S6, S7 background. If I just go here, it's, it is what it is at the moment, S6, S7. What I've done though, and I talked about this before, is I've got a loop, an active antennas preamp, and there's a figure of 8 loop made from some heliacs. Thank you very much, Graham. What I've done is hooked it up in the garden as a receive antenna, which is now bringing it into the SDR radio. And at the moment it's just set up as a dipole, and the noise is not as bad as it is with my off-center fed dipole. This is actually better. If I go here, you can see that I can actually get a station, which is fine. It's a very strong station. But what I want to show is the first of 2 videos. This one is with one of these loops. The other loop is going to be built within the next 2 weeks. But this is a single loop. Now, what I'm doing is I'm going to flip it from the dipole to the loop. Now that is, like I said, a single loop. Oh, sorry, figure of 8 loop, but configured as dual receiving loops on the same active antenna receive. Now, oddly enough, you'll see that the signal now goes sort of S2, bounces a bit, goes up to S4. I actually think that's because one loop is bigger than the other. Don't ask me why, but I did actually manage to phase them out against each other once. But so I'm going to rebuild this one. It should be a little bit flatter, but you can see that we've got some signals back now, which is great. And if I now go on to this guy here and flip the loop to the dipole on the same receive antenna, it's a biggie, okay, and it really is the strongest signals that come through unless I'm using loop mode. So the plan there is to build a second loop, to put the second loop orthogonal to the first loop, and then to use a phase noise cancelling unit to remove the remainder of the noise across the bands. And again, just to show you kind of how really effective this thing is as a receive antenna, particularly for 40 meters and down. What I'm going to do is now I'll flip down to I'll go to just normal broadcast AM. I haven't programmed it in, so I'm going to do it the hard way, yeah. So I'll go up to I don't know, what is it now, 693 or whatever, I think is that one. And oddly, now if I flip to dipole mode, the opposite, you'll see the spectrum is a little bit clearer again, and I can go out and you can see the whole 8 meg across the spectrum. Very nice bit of kit, and very, very good loop and receive antenna as well. Good. Okay, talk to you a bit later. Bye bye.